What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. It is Friday afternoon to be specific, and that means we got 3 brand new 50 cards out right now in MUT. So let's go ahead and take a look at them now. Earlier today, not too long ago, like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, we dropped a video talking about a lot of different things. I want you to go check it out because one of them is this Most Feared weekend from Madden Live. A bunch of people, including myself, are streaming all weekend long, and you can earn tons of drop packs, tons of free Madden packs. You see, I've already earned up to 6, and that's just today, or that's just from the last couple hours today. This is going to be going the rest of the day today, all day tomorrow, and Sunday morning. I will be live on my Twitch channel. If you are unfamiliar, my Twitch channel is right there on your screen. We're going to be live tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have drops, giveaways. It's going to be a good time. It's Halloween night too, right? So come through. If you missed that video earlier, it's going to be in the upper right part of your screen with a circle, letter I. Click it. Go watch the video. We talked about the 50 players a little bit briefly that we're going to focus on in this video. We talked about MUT Rewards, 3 p.m. Eastern time. By the time you're watching this video, MUT Rewards might be out. So go check that out. We're talked about Scary Tall, the 4th part of the Most Feared promo that's probably coming next week. And of course, we talked about these Good Morning Madden packs, getting them from Madden Live. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the brand new content that's in the game right now. Couple things to talk about with these solos. Number 1, make sure you don't fall behind. Don't be like me, right? So we get these solos each and every week, and this is week number 6. What does that mean? We're getting pretty close, I believe. All right, so week number 6, I'm pretty sure this means next week, week number 7, tier 8, is going to give you a free stacked player. What is a stacked player? It's a full 50 player. So the fresh players are the, up in this point, 81 and 82 overalls. The stacked players are the 91, 92. Next week, you're going to get a free card. So you want to make sure you play those solos. 52 stars when the next solos come out. You'll get 6 more. I'm a little bit behind. The good thing is they don't expire, so you can play catch up on this account. I have a lot of catching up to do, so we're going to grind those out over this coming week and be prepared for Friday to open up that free pack. I don't think it's a fantasy pack. It's not labeled specifically on there. Again, if you look at the milestones, but we've had instances already, just even with Most Feared this year, where a pack reward did not say fantasy pack, but it actually was. So hopefully when Kralo comes back this week, maybe we can get some clarification on it about it. Is it going to be a fantasy pack where you get to pick the cards that you want, or is it just going to be a random card? It is a nat, so I think with a nat card, they could at least make it, you know, a fantasy pack so you can pick what you want. Now, the other discussion that we're going to have here, and I'm kind of up in the air because it could go one of 2 ways. We went from 91 to 92, which meant the lower overall cards, the fresh cards, were 81s and 82s. At some point, we're going to go to 93 overalls. It was not this week, and if you kind of add up the numbers, right, the first 2 weeks, we got 8 cards here, which were 91 overalls, and another 3 cards here, which were 91 overalls. That totals 11. Now, we've had 4 straight weeks of 92, so week 3 was the first week with DRC, and if you take these last 4 weeks, that's 3, 6, 9, 12 weeks of 92s. Not 12 weeks, 12 cards. So we got 12 92s, 11 91s. You would think next week we're going to get a bump up to 93. Now, Series 3 could be coming next week as well. It just seems right that we would get a bump to a 93 overall, but I feel a little cautious about that because if we are getting the free card next week, and it is a nat card, and maybe it's a fantasy pack, they're giving us the ability to get a 93 right off the rip. And if you know EA like I know EA, I mean, you just wouldn't think they're going to hand us a free 93 overall just like that. Now, if it's not a fantasy pack, the 93s will probably be in there, but the odds will be much, much lower. So I'm curious to see how it plays out. If we get a bump to 93s and it's a fantasy pack for the free reward, that's going to be a big W because, you know, I got a feeling when we get bumped up to a 93, we're going to see some big names. We're still waiting on Randy Moss, of course. There's so many other names out there. Let's take a look at who we got. Now, remember, when we get that bump up to 93 overalls, that means that these fresh players, right, these cards that go into these sets are also going to +1, more than likely, to an 83 overall. So I would say this is the last week. If you've been hoarding 82s, collecting 82s, investing in 82s, this is probably going to be the last week. I would not risk it going into next week. Hopefully they announce it beforehand, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they let us know if it's a fantasy pack, and they let us know if we're getting bumped to 93s. I don't think they will on the 93 thing. I think they're going to keep us guessing. Now, will they give us an exchange set like they did from the 81 to 82s? More than likely. Will it be overpriced? Probably so. So I wouldn't risk it. So here are the 3 cards. We got Albert Haynesworth, who was just absolutely dominant when he was with the Titans. Then he signed this huge contract with the Washington football team, and he just became a bum, and he was out of the league pretty quick after that. Like, he just disappeared, which as an Eagle fan, I loved it because, you know, one of our division rivals got a really, really good player, and then he just amounted to nothing after he got all that money. Julio Jones is the next card. I was a bit surprised about this one. We'll take a look at the stats in a moment. I thought, you know, I didn't think we'd get a wide receiver again this week. It seems like there's been so many good corners in the game, and this week now we got Julio. Last week we got Stephon Diggs, we got the Tyler Lockett, we got the scary Terry McLaurin. A lot of really good wide receivers come out this week. I just didn't expect Julio, of all the wide receivers possible, to get a card. Not that it's a bad card, it just kind of caught me by surprise. And then we got another quarterback in Cullpepper. So those are the 3 82 overalls. Of course, they take these fresh cards. Just kind of not sorting down, looking at the cost of these. They're actually... okay, I saw 18 and immediately thought, wow, these are really cheap. But they're about 23, so I tell you this every week, guys. During the week, you can usually buy these 82s. Now, you're not going to be able to do this next week because we're probably getting a bump in overall. But just keep in mind, once we get into that 93, those couple weeks of 93s, and 83 fresh players, you're going to be able to do this. These cards are like 17, 18K throughout the week, and then Friday comes, and everybody's scrambling for them, and you can literally just sell them for like 23K and make a profit. Like, it's just easy coins each and every week. So don't do it coming up this week because of the +1. There's a little, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. But after that, it's just, hopefully some of you guys have been paying attention to me as I say this almost every week and are taking advantage and making coins off of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. One interesting thing about this week is we already know that Julio, right, he's already got a power-up. His power-up, I think, was like 17 to 25K last night. But, you know, normally the expensive part of this promo or this set, or these sets, is the power-up themselves. It's going to be a little bit different with Julio because his power-up's already out there. It's already fairly cheap. It's not going to be 100,000 coins like normal. So we'll have to see what his 92 is going to be overall. I'm kind of expecting it to be really high in price. So here is Julio. I saw him over $1 million. I think because, you know, we're seeing these 80 or 92 overall cards be like 300-400K, and then the power-up's another 200K. That's kind of balancing it out. How is Julio going to be now that he's going to have a really cheap power-up? I got a feeling his 92 is going to be more expensive, and as you can see, 700K already. Another thing is, if you have his 89, that card is selling like for 300-400K last night on my no money spent account. I actually bought that card a couple weeks ago for 170K. I sold it really quick. I said, you know what? If I can get 300, 330, 340,000 for an 89 overall, I'm selling it. I will go out and buy somebody else. So I'm curious to see where this Julio lands as far as his stats go. Pretty good card, 91 speed. He meets the short route running threshold at 92. You're going to need to power him up to hit the medium, which would hit you to the 90 for medium route running. And then the deep is still going to be behind. So you're going to want to be rocking go deep chemistry to get him to that 90 route running. Once you're there, you got all 3 route running thresholds met. 91 speed, and of course with the power up it'll be 92. His catching traffic, spec catch, all above 90. Really balanced card, very good card. He's 6'3", obviously. I still think McLaurin's a better card, but this is not too far behind it, and it's just another wide receiver that's going to help you beat that man coverage that you know a lot of people are running. The next card up, we'll take a look at Haynesworth. I would predict that these cards are going to be much cheaper because you're not dealing with, I mean, this one, the power-up's probably really expensive, but again, the whole Julio scenario where Julio's power-up's much cheaper. Plus, it's a defensive tackle. It's not a sexy position. But here is the Haynesworth card. He's probably going to be really good at run stuffing. You know, with scrambling quarterbacks, I don't know. Well, 74 speed actually isn't too bad for him. This looks like a pretty good card. 90 power move, 91 block shed. His finesse move's not bad. 93 strength, 6'6". I didn't know he was that tall. That's crazy. So this card's going to be really, really good at stuffing the run for sure. And I know 74 speed isn't extremely fast, but I thought he'd be a little bit slower than that. So this is a really good card if you're struggling against the run, especially the interior. Haynesworth is going to be a really good card for you. And then the last one is Dante Cullpepper. I said this in my video earlier today. It feels weird having a Dante Cullpepper in the game with no Randy Moss. Like, those two just, to me, before Brady and Moss, these two just had that chemistry. And here's the Cullpepper, 92 overall. He is strong arm archetype, 85 speed, and then his deep throw is 90, mid 87, short 89, throw power 93, throw on the run 90, throw on the pressure 89. Really good card. I mean, he's not going to be as fast as a Vic or a Randall, but he's got the throwing power. He's got pretty good throwing ratings across the board. You know, this is a really good card. I like it a lot. I don't think I'll get it, but I could see a lot of people using this card. So when I first saw the names, I was like, it's just kind of a week of 50 cards, but all three of them are pretty solid cards. Let me know if you're going to be picking up any of them. Looking at Cullpepper's price, 420K, looks like he's going to be a pretty popular card as well. You'll probably run into him in a weekend league. And that's all we got. Those are the 50 cards. No $1.50 pack in the store. At least it wasn't earlier. Let's see if maybe they added it. We missed it last week because of the server issues, and they didn't add it back again. So I hope that doesn't mean that it's gone. I'm starting to think it does. All we got is the regular bundle, of course, the weekly fantasy pack. Saquon, Devin McCourty, DeAndre Hopkins, limited, still in packs right now. I think we're going to open up one of these bundles on stream tonight, so stay tuned for that. Come through to my stream tonight if you want to see that. Then, of course, you're going to be opening up packs for these 50 cards. Square on PlayStation, X on Xbox is going to bring you to the screen. One more time, if you hit Square on PlayStation, X on Xbox, it allows you to enter a promo code. I'm getting pretty good at this, right, guys? Go ahead and put in code POP. It doesn't give you any discounts on the packs, but it does support me. It's a support a creator code, and if you were going to be opening up packs anyway, please put my code in to show me some support. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that continues to use code POP, and don't forget to send me those tweets if you pull some fire in today's packs by using my code. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.